Hey everybody, what's happening? Son of a Silver Stacker here in today's numismatic news and information for the 7th day. Wow, 1 week into March. Can you dig it? I'd like to take you over to JM Bullion so we can look at those live spot prices. But before that, yeah, I'm going to do two things. You know how I go. I'm going to welcome you over to Coffee and Coin Talk with Stacker. That's me, 9 a.m. this morning Eastern Time, 6 a.m. on the West Coast for you early birds out there. Now, another thing I'd like to do is give a huge shout out and a big thank you to all of our channel members. Really appreciate all your support. Now let's bump over here to JM Bullion and look at those live spot prices. Looks like gold is down $3.29 to 18.52.1. Silver down 8 cents to 21.20. Platinum down $7.52 to 9.83.83. And palladium down $12.08 to 14.77.34. And look at that, the credit card PayPal for the spot price, and the difference is for the premiums on those American Silver Eagles, you're looking at 14.67, and you'd pay a little bit less right there if you use e-check or wire. Now let's bump over here to the United States Mint's webpage, and we are looking at bullion sales for the month of March, and we are 6 days in, this being the 7th day, and there is no new tale to tell for that tale. Now here we go. We know that just yesterday, the United States Mint's Army 2.5-ounce metal dropped, and there's about 1940 or 1943 left right now as I checked right before we did this video. And I would imagine that this would probably be completely sold out, or at least unavailable by the end of today, if not at noon, if they do release the household order limit of 1. Now, let's talk here about the March 21st release. That's 2 weeks from today, folks. That's the American Women Quarters 2023 proof set, and that's 23 WP. That's women's proof, all right? So we'll bump over here. This product is $23. I think it was $21. They raised it $2 just a couple weeks ago. Is minted in San Francisco, California, all right? It features Bessie Coleman, Edith Kanakole, Eleanor Roosevelt, Jovita Dar, Maria Tallchief, all right, struck at the U.S. Mint facility in San Francisco. Each set is accompanied by a certificate of authenticity. No mintage limit, no product limit. And it says so. There's a household order limit of 5 here. And then when you obviously go to subscribe, you do get free shipping. But there's also a household order limit on that one as well. Now, if we look at the current product, and we do the data available, I think we're going to be probably around 47 or 48,000, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, wow, look at that, 89,991. Okay, so check this out. Last year, they did a maximum of about 46. They've doubled that almost, right? 45 and 45 is 90. This is incredible news. So they've clearly went gonzo with the mintages for the 2022 American Women Quarters. And I would suspect, well, to ask the question, did they do the same? Because we know they did it for the clad. Did they do the same for the regular proof set? Okay, because remember, they only had about 400,000 last year of the 22 proof set. And that put us at mintages at about 1954, 1955, which is incredible. And that's how the mint's been going lately. Their proof and clad proof sets have been dropping off a cliff compared to the historical numbers, like 4 million, 5 million, 3 million, 2 million. Yeah, those days are over, right? Under a million constantly now, ever since about, what, 2016, 2017? Now, here's the deal with this particular product, folks. This is a really big deal. And I want to thank our friend Mickey Minsky for bringing this up. There it is. That's the coin that everybody should be talking about right now. And, well, the fact of the matter is it a coin is it a two-headed coin? I mean, that's the bottom line, folks. Is it a two-headed coin? Because let's check this out. I want to show you the United States law that, well, that's part of this whole trip. Now, this is 116 Congress of the United States of America at the second session, H.R. 1923, an act, all right? It's AKA cited as Circulating Collectible Coin Redesign Act of 2020. Now, if I go here and I hit enter, now, section 6, all right, in this particular PDF, all right, describes exactly to the letter what the United States Mint and the artists and the CFA and the CCAC, what the guidelines they should follow, right? This is the law, LAW. All right, here we go. Now it says here, Circulating Collectible Standards and General Provisions, section 5112 of Title 31. That's the one, folks. All right, the United States Code is amended, all right, by adding at the end the following new subsection, all right, AA, standards and general provisions for circulating collectible coins under subsections X, Y, and Z. So X is the American Women Quarter Program. Y, I believe, is the semi-quincentennial program. And then Z is the youth sports program on coins, okay? So all three of those programs have to fall under this particular prohibition. Now check this out. Read along with me. prohibition on certain representations, no head and shoulders, portrait, or bust of any person, living or dead, and no portrait of any living person may be included in the design on the reverse of any coin under subsections X, Y, and Z. Let me read this part again. I think this is the one that gets it right here, before they get to the and, all right? No head and shoulders, portrait, or bust of any living or any person, living or dead. All right, there we go. So let's go back to that coin design. Yeah, go boom. Oops, that's not it. That's not it. Is this it? Yes. There it is. Could that be considered a bust or a portrait? I imagine it could be. It doesn't look like your typical reverse. That's absolutely 100% true. So does that mean that this coin is against the law or probably not following the letter of the law? Maybe. But if we do look at this right here in the bottom left-hand corner, well, we have a pair of hands that are clasped. Now, I do believe the Mint added this clasped hands. I wish I could show this a little bit bigger to you. Clasped hands here to get away or around that section 6, all right? Because if you look at the, and I probably should have showed it to you here, darn it, the original portrait that this has been sculpted from, yeah, it was just like this. However, the hands were not there. The hands have been actually added after the fact. So that's something we should be considering. Now, I got to show you something here. This is really cool. What is a coin, right? So a coin, you know, you can use it in a coin toss, right? They do it in the Super Bowl. They do it in whatever, you know, anytime you want to determine an outcome of something and want to be impartial and fair, right? So you go to coin toss on Google and you can flip a coin. There's heads, right? That's heads. That's what they say. You get heads or tails. That's what they call when they do a coin toss, right? So we'll flip it. Is that other side a head also, or a portrait or a bust? No, there's a head. Let's see if we can get the tails on. Come on, tails never fails. Nope, come on, man. This is kind of fun. No, 3 in a row with the heads. Come on, tails never fails. Okay, 4 in a row. Come on, what is the chances of that? Come on, heads. Nope, see, I wish for heads, and it came up tails. See how that works? That's Murphy's Law, folks. And if you don't know what Murphy's Law is, it's when you're, well, it's when you want to, okay, here's a perfect Murphy's Law tale for you. And I don't even know why I'm telling you this, but this is classic. So let's say I need to get to someplace A to B quickly. I'm running behind. You know what I'll do? I'll go buy a sandwich at like McDonald's or Jack in the Box or some, you know, quick service restaurant. And then I'll set it on the passenger seat. And before I even, you know, then I'll get going and try and eat it. And then when I try and eat it, I can't because I catch every green light. I'm telling you, it's Murphy's Law. It's a terrible thing. Now, let's head over here to the Spruce Crafts. I'm telling you, it works. You don't believe me? Try it yourself. It works. Now, here we go. It says here, how do I tell if a two-headed coin is genuine? Remember, we're talking about two-headed coins here? Come on back now. Now, it says here, two-headed coins do not come from the U.S. Mint. Or do they, starting in 2023? All right, here we go. Look at that. There's a two-headed coin right there, 1938 and a 1943. And, well, there's no, it's seamless, right? Or is it? Now, it says here, the most common way to fake two-headed coin and two-tailed coins are made isn't what you would expect, which is why many people who find them are reluctant to accept the painful truth, all right? They are not made by cutting two coins in half and then sticking the halves together, which is why you won't see a seam along the edge giving the coin away. Instead, two-headed coins are made by hollowing out the center of one coin, leaving the plain or reeded edge and head side still intact, and then shaving down a second coin so that it fits snugly inside the shell of the first coin. Of course, you need a fair amount of skill and metalworking to accomplish this, not to mention all of the proper tools, but the result is a clever deception that is hard to detect even with the naked eye. Here we go. How to detect the seam of a two-headed coin. Let's not necessarily go there. I will leave a link in the description for this particular Spruce Crafts article. It is excellent. Now, here we go. Why it is impossible for two-headed coins to come from the United States Mint. This is actually pretty cool. I'm glad to share this with you. The U.S. Mint and most other world mints have built-in protections against accidentally making or striking coins that have improper die rotation or die setup. The shaft of the dies is made to be a certain size and shape so that they will only fit into the coin presses in a certain way. Dies that have the heads or obverse design on them have shafts of one shape, perhaps square, while the dies and the tails reverse have a differently shaped shaft, perhaps round. Since you can't put a square shaft into a round hole, this prevents the mint workers from accidentally making two-headed or two-tailed coins. However, several genuine two-head coins have been certified from the United States Mint. Most professional numismatists agreed that the two-headed coin must have been made by some unscrupulous mint employees while their supervisors were not looking. Yeah, wouldn't that be cool to work at the Mint, right? Come on now. Since the United States Mint cannot prove these coins were made serendipitously, they are completely legal to own. Now, here we go. Now, this is one exception, a genuine mint error. And this is what's what. There may not be a genuine two-headed United States coin, but there is an authentic two-tailed quarter. The coin was struck from two reverse dies using the United States Washington quarter design. It was authenticated by both the Secret Service and the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation at NGC, you and me. The coin was found in a safe deposit box back in the year 2000, along with many other air coins from the San Francisco Mint. I wonder where this person lived. Yeah. There is speculation that the coin may have been a trial piece that was retained by a former Mint employee. One sold for $80,000 by a private treaty in 2001. Another sold for $41,975 in August of 2006 by Heritage Auctions. That is cool. Now, one genuine two-headed coin that's not an error, it's right here. Check this out. That's Lewis and Clark, 1904. The United States Mint did produce one two-headed coin on purpose. All right, this was not a mistake or a covert operation that happened in the middle of the night. Midnight coin pressing? I don't know. The coin was designed explicitly with a head on each side. The 1904 and 1905 Lewis and Clark gold commemorative dollar is the nation's only coin to feature two portraits on separate sides. Captain Meriwether Lewis is on one side and Captain William Clark is on the other. All right, it says here, the side with the date of 1905 at the bottom and the inscription Lewis and Clark Expedition, Portland, Oregon, is commonly considered the obverse, while the other side with the inscription United States of America and the denomination of $1 is regarded as a reverse, right? So show up to a game with that one, and you're gonna be like, I got Clark, you know, two heads. Yeah, does it work? I don't know, right? Says here, the United States Mint also made other coins with two heads on them, but these coins had two heads on the same side of the coin. For example, the 1900 commemorative Lafayette dollar had the heads of George Washington and Marquis de Lafayette. On the obverse, the 1921 Alabama Centennial silver dollar had the bust of William Y. Bibb, the first governor of Alaska, and T.E. Gilby, the governor of this time. State centennial was being celebrated. This is the first instance of a living person being portrayed on a United States coin. And they also, I believe, the 1776 150th or commemorative dollar, I think, had Calvin Coolidge and George Washington on it with the Liberty Bell on the back, on the reverse. So that's this article. I hope you really enjoyed it. I know I did. I learned something today. Now, let's go learn some more, right? Bam, this is a plus ones. This is Psalm 119, 126. It says, for it is a time to act for the Lord. They have voided your laws. Now, it says here, at a time when many have abandoned the Lord's laws, those who remain loyal must intensify their own knowledge of the Bible. Man, doesn't that hit hard? Who knew? Now let's head over here to 395 99.9 KOIN Coin News Radio. This is Whitesnake. Here I go again from the 1987 album Saints and Sinners. Can you dig it? I know I can. Anyway, listen, folks, I hope to, see you later on in the morning here at Coffee and Coin Talk with Stacker. Hey, that's me at 9 a.m. this morning, 6 a.m. on the West Coast. Thanks for watching, folks. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you hear and see, subscribe to the channel. It's free. Stacker out.